Good morning, Mr. Cowan.
Morning, morning.
Hey, we're here just to ask you a couple questions about your volunteer work you've done in your past, and ask you how it's impacted your life. So, can you describe where you were, what you did, and how your volunteer service has impacted your life up until today?
A lot of the first volunteer opportunities that I was able to participate in was when I was a student here at Bosco. I remember going to retirement homes and helping out there. I remember being part of food drives, going to the food banks. That was a lot of the work that I did. When I went to college, I used to spend a lot of times going to the children's hospitals and helping out, honestly, by just being there. When I finished up school, one of the biggest service projects that I've been a part of is I lived in Nairobi, Kenya for a year. And I worked at a school called Bosco Boys. There are Bosco schools all around the world, you guys, and I've told a couple of you guys this in the past, but the work that the Salesians do around the world is a little bit different than what we have here at Bosco, but the core root of what we do is 100% for the children there, just like everything that we try to do here is for you guys as well. But usually they work with street children and orphans around the world. I've been able to go to different Bosco schools in Eastern Africa, in Australia, around Europe, and across the United States. And I get to stay at these beautiful homes, meet wonderful people, and I wake up and there's a picture of Tim Mack, Coach McIntosh, everywhere I go. It's a really wonderful community. And one day, if that's something that may spark an interest in your mind of, hey, maybe I'd like to do service in Colombia, or maybe I'd like to live in India for a few months, or maybe I'd like to live in South Africa. There's honestly opportunities all around the world, in addition to the numerous amounts of things that you guys can get involved in here in the States. If you'd ever like to chat or get more information about that, I'd be happy to do that. I'd be happy to help you get that coordinated. Service is a really important thing, you guys, and the biggest thing that I've learned since being here at Bosco, and really what I was taught here at Bosco, is that the most valuable thing that you can get in life is perspective. And being able to give back to others is the most beautiful way to gain that. So I encourage you guys to do that if you like to. Some of you guys might think of doing community service as a chore, but please know it's a really wonderful thing. It's the thing that Christ calls all of us to do.
Thank you, Mr. Cowan. Let me ask some follow-up questions if you what are some examples in our local area here, Bellflower and beyond, that you see have a need for young people to serve, or beyond the Bellflower area, in our local community? Are there any needs you see, or any service opportunities you would encourage specifically Bosco boys to get involved in?
I think there's a lot of opportunities that our students can get involved in locally as well. Working in Skid Row, I'm not sure if any of you guys have ever been there, but they need a lot of help down there. And there's a lot of people that live there, not because they choose to. You and I didn't ask to be born into the families that we were born into, and neither did they. Being able to help there in the food kitchens, help clean up projects, pass out lunches, that's an easy thing to be a part of. You guys see people struggling on the streets every single day when you drive onto the freeway or when you go home. There's